flickers on the wet cement. I trace the exact path where our shadows used to blend. This is the corner where we built the grand estate. Now it's just a chained up door and a rusted iron gate. We spun a golden thread across this neighborhood, convincing ourselves the architecture understood. But the buildings didn't memorize the plans we drew. They just stood there silently, watching me lose you. And I'm walking through the blueprints of a life we didn't live, asking the concrete for a mercy it can't give. Every intersection holds a ghost I have to greet, a beautiful illusion bleeding out onto the street. You swore we'd own the skyline, you swore the view was ours. Now I'm just a stranger walking under empty stars, carrying the weight of your broken promises. Past the dusty window where we picked the velvet chair, the cold reflection shows me standing entirely bare. We named a little girl on the steps of Brownstone 3. Now the brick is just a gravestone for the things we couldn't be. The air is thick with conversations we are never gonna have. A phantom limb I cannot bind, a wound without a salve. You left me with the map, but you burned away the land. It takes a brutal kind of magic to build a world so vast and turn it into ruins before the present even passed. I am haunted by a timeline that was cancelled in the spring, still feeling the impression of an invisible ring. The city didn't change its shape, the avenue survived. I'm the only thing that didn't make it out alive. Carrying the weight of your broken promises. The traffic moves right on. The city doesn't care. Our empire in the dust. The bathroom bulb hums, a heavy yellow glare, tracing the black rivers down a face I barely wear. The tap water runs cold, slipping blindly down the drain, while I negotiate terms with this familiar, quiet pain. I watch the ink of my lashes stain the porcelain sink, a physical manifestation of a bridge on the brink. And I'm crying in the mirror, making treaties with the glass, begging my own hollow eyes to let the fever pass. Please stop building houses that's made of stone. Please stop loving a shadow that prefers to walk alone. I grip the marble edges till my knuckles turn to white, pleading with my own reflection to give up the fight. I press my forehead against the silver-plated chill, asking the ache in my chest if it has had its fill. I whisper broken apologies to the woman staring back for keeping her tethered to a train that left the track. Why do you still want him? I asked the empty room. Why do you keep watering the flowers on a tomb? He's breathing deep and steady on the other side of town. He doesn't feel the gravity that's pulling me right down. He wouldn't cross the street to see if I survived the fall, and I am breaking my own heart just staring at the wall. I have to be the one to finally cut the wire. I have to walk myself out of his fire. So I'm crying in the mirror, making treaties with the glass, begging my own hollow eyes to let the fever pass. Please stop building houses in a chest that's made of stone. Please stop loving a shadow that prefers to walk alone. I grip the marble edges till my knuckles turn to white, pleading with my own reflection to give up the fight. Please just let him go. I whisper it to the glass. Stop loving him. Just stop. Just stop. The digital clock throws a harsh crimson glare, illuminating the cold side of the mattress, stripped and bare. The linen clings damp to the side of my face as I wake up drowning in this familiar empty space. My sternum is hollowed, a carved out wooden bowl holding nothing but the quiet echo of a fractured soul. I pull the heavy quilt up over my ears, a futile defense against the rushing of the tears. 'Cause every night the pendulum swings right back into my chest, a physical reminder of the love you laid to rest. The ceiling is a canvas of the day you walked away, a devastating movie I am forced to sit and play. Just once I wanna drift into a quiet, nameless sleep where I don't have to navigate an ocean quite this deep. But the dark is unforgiving and the morning is too slow. Every night I wake up where you left me long ago. I squeeze my eyelids tight against the creeping heavy dark, trying to erase the outline of your lingering mark. It's a brutal kind of clockwork, this precise and quiet grief, a burglar that returns without the mercy of a thief. My lungs forget the rhythm they were supposed to keep, terrified of waking but too afraid to sleep. The salt is just a permanent condition of the skin, a daily brutal ritual of letting the ghost back in. projector to wipe the canvas clean, but the reel keeps on spinning. The tape is stuck on you, the same old devastating shade of midnight blue. I just want an hour where my mind is finally mine, instead of tracing over every severed, broken line. 'Cause every night the pendulum swings right back into my chest, a physical reminder of the love you laid to rest. The ceiling is a canvas of the day you walked away, a devastating movie I am forced to sit and play. Just once I wanna drift into a quiet, nameless sleep, where I don't have to navigate an ocean quite this deep. But the dark is unforgiving and the morning is too slow. Every night I wake up where you left me long ago. 3:15, 3:30, the pillow stays wet. Every night I can't forget. We built our own cathedral out of silica and breath, a sparkling exhibition that was terrified of depth. It caught the golden hour, casting prisms on the wall, a flawless architecture with nowhere left to fall. We didn't see the hairline fractures hiding in the base. I was too distracted by the light across your face. But it was a glass love, brittle in the cold, too perfect to carry, too delicate to hold. It splintered at the pressure of a single heavy sigh. No room for the gravity, no structure for the lie. Now I'm sweeping up the wreckage of the promises we made, bleeding from the edges of a beautiful charade. There was no warning tremor, no bending of the beam, just the sudden devastation of an ornamental dream. You dropped it when the weather brought a sudden violent chill, and the echoing of shattering is ringing in me still. I thought the transparency meant we had nothing left to hide, but it only meant there was no real shelter left inside. The pieces are too small now to ever fit back right. They glimmer on the hardwood in the artificial light. I press my bare hands down to gather up the cost, and the crimson on the floorboard shows exactly what I lost. You walked away untethered, you didn't leave a track, while I am pulling splinters from my own defenseless back. 'Cause it was a glass love, brittle in the cold, too perfect to carry, too delicate to hold. It splintered at the pressure of a single heavy sigh. No room for the gravity, no structure for the lie. Now I'm sweeping up the wreckage of the promises we made, bleeding from the edges of a beautiful charade. Sharp edges, clear as day. I wash the cuts, but the scars will stay. Glass lung, shattered, shattered. windows just to keep the winter out. But I sealed you in with all my heavy, anxious doubt. My knuckles white from gripping at your fraying sleeve. I was so terrified that you were going to leave. I poured the concrete right across your tired feet and called it grounding, called it safe and sweet. I didn't notice how your shoulders started to bow under the gravity I forced upon you then and now. I thought I was your shelter, but I was just the weight, dragging you beneath the surface, locking up the gate. I starved the room of oxygen, I couldn't let you breathe. I built a fortress so secure you had no choice but to leave. I crushed the very fragile thing I only meant to touch. I'm sitting in the ruin, my love was too much. I mapped the quiet spaces in between your words, like a frantic guy in cage, trying to catch the birds you needed. Open skies and quiet empty land, but I was forcing water from a dry, exhausted hand. Every "are you sure" was just another tightening thread. Every desperate plea was just another stone upon the bed. I watched you lose your color, fading in the grip of a girl who treated romance like a sinking ship. It's a violent kind of worship, holding on this tight, blinding you completely just to be your only light. I suffocated everything I promised to protect, driven by the phantom of a quiet disrespect. I didn't give you room to choose to stay, I just removed the exit so you couldn't get away. And I thought I was your shelter, but I was just the weight, dragging you beneath the surface, locking up the gate. I starved the room of oxygen, I couldn't let you breathe. I built a fortress so secure you had no choice but to leave. I crushed the very fragile thing I only meant to touch. I'm sitting in the ruin, my love was too much. I finally opened up my hands, but you were already gone, just an empty cage. Too much. Too much. Your thumb is a slow brush against the salt, acting as if the breaking wasn't your own fault. You push a damp curl behind my trembling ear and play the gentle savior to a manufactured fear. The room is quiet, the shadows stretch out long. You hum a few bars of a comforting song while I am choking on the oxygen you stole. And you say I'm so pretty when I cry, a velvet ribbon wrapping up a heavy lie. You step back to admire the wreckage you made, a tragic masterpiece sitting in the quiet shade. You kiss the drowning sorrow in my eye, tell me I'm so pretty when I cry. The water catches in the dim bedroom light. Find my devastation so beautifully polite. You didn't raise your voice, you didn't even shout. You just starved the room of air until I hollowed out. I am a portrait of a fractured, fragile thing, and you are the anchor tied to my broken wing, soothing the panic that you carefully planned. You don't want the sunshine, you don't want the cure. You just want a captive who is absolutely sure that she cannot stand without your heavy guiding hand. I am drowning in a shallow cup upon dry land. It's a twisted kind of mercy, this tender, quiet tone, watching you comfort me for a wound that is your own. When you say I'm so pretty when I cry, a velvet ribbon wrapping up a heavy lie. Step back to admire the wreckage you made, a tragic masterpiece sitting in the quiet shade. You kiss the drowning sorrow in my eye and tell me I'm so pretty when I cry. Tears on my chin, your soft fingertips, you broke me just to hold me. Pretty. The conductor taps a baton on the base of my spine, a sudden vibration that shivers right up through the mind. The instruments tuning in the hollows behind my own eyes, a terrible orchestra gathering, ready to rise. I didn't buy a ticket to sit in the dark of this hall, but I'm chained to the center, just waiting for the curtain to fall. And it plays a sad girl symphony, strictly in minor keys, a slow creeping requiem, dragging me down to my knees. Every thought is a cello, pulling a heavy low bow. Every pulse is a drum beat, stagnant and weary and slow. I'm sinking down into the score that you left here for me, drowning inside of this sad girl symphony. The woodwinds are weeping the second I look at the door. Your sheet music scattered like ash on the bedroom floor. I try to find silence, pressing my hands to my ears, but the acoustics are perfect for amplifying the ears. You wrote the arrangement, the rest and the sudden decay. Then you packed up your instrument, quietly you wandered away. There is no intermission, no turning the house lights back on, just the endless crescendo from midnight straight into the dawn. I am the audience, the velvet, the wood, and the stage, trapped in the margins of your devastating pain. inside of this sad girl symphony. The final movement, the quiet decay. No applause, just the dark. The hallway light fractured across the cold wood. The terrible posture of where you last stood. The exact intonation of I cannot stay. Watching the color drain slowly away. I memorize the dust motes caught in the beam. The cruel sudden waking from inside the dream. The scrape of your shoes as you turn for the street. The physics of an absolute quiet defeat. And I hit rewind on the death of us. In the midnight static, it's all that I trust. The sharp sudden drop of the floor giving way. I keep the single tear on replay. It burns, but it's the last time you looked in my face. So I freeze the frame in this hollowed out space. A twisted religion, a bitter display. Living my life with this tear on replay. I could let the silence swallow the room. Let the shadows stretch over this miniature tomb. But the fading now terrifies me the most. I'd rather be haunted than lose the ghost. So I study the slight hesitation you had. The split-second flicker of something gone bad. If I let the memory finally close, I lose the last thorn of a dying rose. They tell me to breathe, they tell me to heal, but this beautiful ruin is all I can feel. The wound is the proof that the fire was real. A masochist prayer at the edge of the wheel. I'm wearing the groove right into the stone, just to avoid being truly alone. So I hit rewind on the death of us. In the midnight static, it's all that I trust. The sharp sudden drop of the floor giving way. I keep the single tear on replay. It burns, but it's the last time you looked in my face. So I freeze the frame in this hollowed out space. A twisted religion, a bitter display. Living my life with this tear on replay. Scrape of your shoes, turning away. Over and over. Replay. The nightstand glows with an artificial moon. A digital phantom taking over the room. I memorize the pixels, the absent shade of green. A monument of nothing displayed upon the screen. We used to build our empires between the midnight hours, tracing constellations from these solitary towers. Now the battery is draining, the minutes softly pass, and I am just a hostage to a piece of darkened glass. And the silence you gave me is a physical weight, a suffocating blanket, a locking of the gate. It rings louder than a siren, it echoes off the wall. The devastating violence of no word at all. I'm drowning in the choking on the plea, trapped inside the heavy, hollow silence you gave me. The cursor blinks a steady, apathetic beat, a rhythmic little witness to a quiet, cold defeat. I draft 100 questions and delete them to the white, a desperate negotiation with the middle of the night. You used to be the current, the voice against the dread. Now you're just the vacuum in the space beside my bed. I wait for the vibration, I wait for the screen to wake, but it's only my own heartbeat deciding when to break. They say the lack of answer is an answer of its own, a cowardly retreat without the decency of tone. You didn't have the courage to sever the last thread. You just let the conversation bleed out on the bed. An inbox full of ghosts, a dial tone for a guide, the cruelest way you figured out exactly how to hide. 'Cause the silence you gave me is a physical way to suffocating blanket, a locking of the gate. It rings louder than a siren, it echoes off the wall, the devastating violence of no word at all. I'm drowning in the static, choking on the plea, trapped inside the heavy, hollow silence you gave me. The screen goes black, no missed calls, just the dark, the silence you gave me. The silence you gave me. You took my peace. The floorboard settles softly in the middle of the hall, and my shoulders brace for impact against the kitchen wall. I drop a porcelain saucer, it shatters by the sink, and I apologize to empty air before I even think. You moved out in October, took the chaos of your days, but your temper left us static in a million different ways. You took the television, you took the leather chair, but you left a sudden panic suspended in the air. I'm tiptoeing through my own life, afraid to make a sound, waiting for your heavy voice to shake the very ground. The love is gone, the hurt is loud, the lease is in my name, but you took my peace and left the blame. I sit on a velvet sofa, keeping perfectly still, a weary, quiet hostage to a ghost I cannot kill. Every unexpected shadow makes my racing pulse spike, memorizing the velocity of where you used to strike. Not with fists, but syllables as sharp as broken glass. I am a statue waiting for the memory to pass. They say time is a river that washes it all clean, but my nervous system is trapped inside the scene. You wired me for danger, you calibrated my dread. You taught me how to walk on glass around the words you said. Now I'm sleeping with a landmine inside my own head. 'Cause you took the television, you took the leather chair, but you left a just wanna breathe. I just want an empty room without your shadow. You took my peace. You took my peace.